to invite Zach Isenhower to come forward now. Zach has been gracious enough to offer a stewardship witness for us this morning, or moment, and so I'm thankful for his testimony and what he has to offer. So with listening ears and hearts open, let us be together. Welcome.
Morning, all.
Good morning.
Well, I'll start right off by being honest. I didn't actually want to speak on stewardship when Pastor Lane first asked me, right after she says I offered, right? Every Midwestern fiber in my being, right, recoils at the thought of suggesting what other people should do with their money, let alone holding myself up as some sort of example. I don't know exactly how long my wife Christine and I attended before I probably actually filled out a pledge card. Probably it's measured in years, though. We know people at St. John's whose generosity is written in brick and mortar, in needs met and in lives changed. And so my initial thinking is, what would I have to add to this? But that's kind of a silly way of thinking. The ministries at St. John's need all manner of support, and we all know this. And it's always been clear to me, as I'm sure to all of you, that every contribution is welcome and equally valued. Yet, when we are surrounded by models of generosity and support and giving, as we are here at St. John's, I think it's easy to sell our own capacity short. And I imagine I'm not alone in thinking that. And that's the part that I thought maybe was worth adding. I've been a giver of time at various times, especially when I was a graduate student. Didn't have much else besides time to give. As junior faculty now and parent of a toddler, well, let's say time is a less abundant resource than it once was. But in all of that, and the different ways of giving and of serving, that keeps adjusting. But for me, it's really the consistency that matters. Not so much how one gives, but in the continued investment. I was first drawn to St. John's because it invests in the community. And to borrow from Pastor Lane's well metaphor, for those of you who don't know, I teach history, and so what I keep thinking is how digging a well in pre-mechanized eras was not something someone went and did. They didn't do it quickly, they didn't do it all at once. This was something that in biblical times, of course, would have taken the whole community. People would have been working in shifts, and it would have taken days, if not weeks. And even in more recent times, say on like a family farm, this would have been something the whole family participated in. My own grandmother had stories of hauling water in used lard jugs while they were working on digging their own well. And so she was too little to participate in digging the well, of course, but she was still carrying water from her grandparents' farm while they were getting theirs own made, right? And her mother, though she was not digging, she was keeping the boys and my great-grandfather fed while they were doing that work, and it took a long time. They added to that well for 50 years. So it's not so much one person digging deep. The key is to keep digging. And in different ways. That's what I think is great about the way St. John's values service, values giving, right? There's no distinction for me between investing in St. John's and investing in the community, and that's why I continue to invest. Just as at St. John's, there is no distinction between investing one's time, one's service, one's prayers, one's presence, or one's dollars. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Zach.